Hey guys, it's me Lauren, and I'm here to review a movie that I really enjoyed. It's called Exit Through the Gift Shop, and you might be like, oh, I never heard of that, or you might have heard of it. Um, I'm here to just tell you about it and tell you what I liked about it. A few things before I get started though. This is a film about art, so some people that I've watched on YouTube have gotten very analytical about it and just very thought-provoking about it. I'm going to be kind of just taking it as is, and I'm not going to be worried so much about the thought behind it. I'm going to make it a lot more simple and what I got out of it, and you can let me know if you've seen the film, what you thought of it. So, basically what this film is about, it's about this guy, I don't remember his name right now because I watched this film a month ago, and I just haven't gotten an opportunity to review it yet. But it's basically about this guy who films everything, and you might be like, everything? Is that a little bit exaggerating? No. He films himself taking showers, and it's ridiculous how much, and when you see this film, which hopefully you will if you haven't already seen it, you will understand that that is actually probably an understatement, if anything. And while he was filming, he came across these people that were, what we call street artists, and it fascinated him, and he started taping these not so known street artists that aren't as known to us, and he automatically fell in love with the art and the way that they do it, and just the suspense of it and everything. And then he finally, he got really into it, and it kind of was his life. And he actually got to work with Shepard Fairey, which he, if you don't know who Shepard Fairey is, he is the one that does the Obey pieces of art, and also he did the iconic Hope Obama poster, which that was a fact that I did not know. I thought that was just kind of done by his campaign. I know that might sound a little weird, but no, it's actually by Shepard Fairey, sorry about that, Shepard Fairey, and he got to kind of be an apprentice to him, and in the way that it kind of was like that. They didn't say that in the film, but he helped him do his work, and he filmed it. And then there was a street artist that he was very secretive. The street artist was very secretive, so he didn't let a lot of people into his life. But he was in Britain, and this artist's name was Banksy. And one day, this guy who films everything got a phone call from Shepard Fairey and say, yeah, you can interview him for your video footage. And he ended up pretty much being his sidekick, so to speak, and he did all these things. And one thing that I found really interesting, and this is where the analytical part of it came in the other videos, but he eventually ended up doing art himself, and he did really, it wasn't as original, I will say that right here, right now. He did a lot of Andy Warhol inspired art pieces. He took Andy Warhol's famous soup can piece, and instead of doing a soup can, he did like a spray can of spray paint instead of it being the soup can, and he kind of did it. I don't think it was as good as Banksy. Obviously, he was more inexperienced, but he did all these really cool things that, he learned from these people. And he learned about, the art of doing street type art and, what art means. And I'm going to just point somewhat from what other people were saying on their videos of this movie. They were saying that going into this, he wanted to make money off of it, and that was a huge thing that I found anti. The whole reason why this film was made was to show the artists, because this guy, he wasn't really going to make this film, which he really didn't make it. Banksy kind of took it over, but Banksy told him to make this film out of all the footage, and he had to go through all this footage, and they were saying that the only reason why, and he eventually, this guy that filmed all the stuff, with the mustache and everything. He eventually called himself Mr. Brainwash. That was like his street artist name, because they don't want to really use their real name. That was why they were making the art. But I don't know, I really saw it as, just genuine love for art. And I don't know, maybe I'm just naive, but I think that it's sad that art in that form is not appreciated as much. And I know that, you don't appreciate waking up in the morning and finding graffiti on your business or whatever. But I think in the composition itself, a lot of this art is really good. And I definitely didn't think about street art. I think street art is really looked down upon, but I think we need to look at it as an open-minded thing so much, because they're coming from a place. That's the one thing about street art that I really like, is there are no bars. Like, when you look at a lot of street art, you see what they're feeling inside, where I feel like I'm an artist and I love to do canvas and stuff, but I feel like sometimes that restricts you, whereas if you do spray paint or whatever, I'm not saying that I agree with spray painting or graffitiing or vandalism or anything, but I think that it really, looking at this film and looking at the compositions that these people were trying to get across, they were trying to get across in their compositions that a point that they really felt. It was coming from their heart, not so much, oh, well, I have to do this for a project, I have to do that for a project. And I really felt like that was a huge part of what people overlook in art, is that it is supposed to be a feeling, and you are supposed to come from an inspiring place. And I really like this film, and if you want any more information, look it up on the internet, or just inbox me with your questions. I really, oh, and this is a detail I forgot to mention in the beginning, I probably should have, but this was even an Academy Award nominated film for Best Documentary Film. So if that's any more inspiration for you to go see it, I would definitely recommend you do so. So yeah, that's my review. Oh, and this is one detail I forgot. I'm sorry, I'm kind of scatterbrained. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. But this movie was rated R, and the reason why it was rated R was for some language. And the language that it had in it, most PG-13 movies have in it, so I just had 2 or 3 F words and 1 S word. And I've seen tons and tons of PG-13 movies that have way more language than that. So that's just the one complaint. It's not really against the movie or anything. It's just kind of something that bugged me, because it's like, why are you rating those movies that had 10 times more language in it PG-13, and you're rating this movie R? If anything, it'd be for more like disturbing content or mature themes. I would say the reason why it'd be rated R. But definitely go see this, and like I said, inbox me or comment this video what you thought. Thanks for watching.